I have just seen Attack on Titan episode 7 and I'm extra excited about this because I've been following this pretty seriously after a friend of mine turned me onto it. So, here we go. I think I'm going to start off with a summary. First of all, my name is Jessica. Um, so let's just dive right into this. Um, this episode, like, I had so many premonitions about this episode when I saw episode 6 last week, and that was great, okay? Now, if you saw it, you understand. I mean, like, Beast just, these times just devouring people, and the person who you think is gonna be the main character, he's gone. So, what I thought was gonna happen next was Mikasa. She is gonna be her beast self. She is gonna ride on in and be the main character of this story. And I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. And it is about her. But, in the beginning, it starts out where they're in, like a storage facility, and the soldiers need to actually bring gas to the front lines, but they're scared out of their minds. So they're just sitting there like, we are gonna die. We are depressed. One of them, he's like, oh, this is good. Shoots himself in the mouth. He's just done. They can't handle it. I wouldn't be able to handle it either. I'm sitting over here watching, freaking out, having heart attacks. If I was there, I don't know. But anyways, they didn't bring the gas for the soldiers to use those, I don't remember what they're called, but they use them to get around and slice up the Titans. Front lines can't get that. That's where Armin and the other soldiers, are. I can't really remember all their names, but they're over there. And they're pretty much hopeless too, because if you don't have gas for the speed for these things, you're not going to have the right precision, you're not going to have the right power to, destroy these titans. So, they're feeling pretty desperate over there too. Armin is just, it's like the life has gone out of him. And he thinks he should have been dead too, which, I'm not denying it either, because, you saw what happened. But anyways, Mikasa rolls up. Like I said, she's a beast. She rolls up, but then, she's got to go straight to Armin. Armin doesn't know what to say, how he's going to look her in the eye. They were friends growing up, but he tells her that, Eren has died in the line of duty. I'm thinking from last episode, that whole spiel she said about Eren, I'm thinking she's gonna just lose her mind and freak out. I'm thinking I'm gonna hear screams. Doesn't happen. Scene goes on. She gives this killer speech, boy. Just like you think she would. She gives this killer speech to everybody. She's like, I'm strong. I'm gonna kill all these titans. I'm gonna go. We don't have gas. I'm still gonna kill them because I'm strong. And then everybody's just like, oh yeah, we can come over here, piss in our pants. So let's go, you retards. Which is almost exactly what they say, I'm telling you. And they, they feel empowered to, go do the thing. But when you think about it, it's like, yeah, Mikasa, she kind of freaked out. In her own Mikasa way, because, usually she's calm, cool, and collected, but I'll talk about that later. But, besides that, she goes down, she's going quickly, using the little bit of gas she has. She's going mega fast. She's losing her gas extra quickly. She falls down, and then she realizes, yeah, who do I think I'm fooling? I'm gonna give up. I'm ready to give up, And then she's just sitting there I don't know why my eyes are closed. I wasn't there. But she is sitting there in the middle of, not a hallway, she's outside, but I'm in between two buildings in an alleyway, and this jolly titan rolls up. He's like, I got me some lunch. I'm thinking, well, he did what she could. And I'm thinking the Titan's just gonna roll up, throw her in the mouth. There's gonna be some sad music, and then something else is going to happen. No! No! 'Cause she's a beast! She's a beast! She just, like, her body just did what it wants. She wasn't even thinking. She was just, like, she just flew out of the way, like, she's got rocket boosters on her body attached to her hips, which she doesn't, by the way. And the thing is just trying to slam her around. I mean, you saw it. Then she's wondering, like, I thought I gave up. I guess I didn't. And then she, out the cut, there's this mega new Titan, which I will get into later, that comes up and doesn't look like the, Jolly Titan or whatever. He's got these crazy teeth. He's almost demon-like, and then he just, like, knocks this dude out. The other Titan, and Mikasa's like, okay, since when do Titans fight Titans? And then you see this guy totally ignoring her, and he's just going crazy on the other Titan. And there comes to a point where he just takes his hand, and he just, like it doesn't even matter. He just, like, woof! And the other Titan just flies right off. It's just soaring right into, like, a church or something. The building, just clean off. No blood, man. And you can just see the strength because the artist, like, kind of shows where the strength is coming from. Like, it's just vibrating through his, like, muscular arms, and this guy's got, like, a 16-pack, like, he's been, like, punching trees all day, just waiting for this moment to go ham on this dude. And then it cuts to a certain scene where he's just totally dissipated, okay? The guy doesn't even have time to, there's no flesh. It's just bones, just steaming bones, like, he had no time to decompose or anything. It's just gone. And then the big Titan just, like, walks off. He's gonna go find somebody else to fight. And yeah, that's pretty much how it happens. Then there's, something that Mikasa is going through mentally. She's like, seeing that new Titan reinstated, something for her about humankind and the anger that, she knows personally, and that she sees that she's ready to go fight again. And then Armin, he's going to give Mikasa his, his soldier getup, pretty much his knives and everything, to go handle business. And he's like, I'm going to do for the greater good, and I'm going to die. I'm not going to be how I was before, like, a chicken. And then, the other guy, for some reason I can't remember his name. I know he's not a character that doesn't count. I know he counts, but I really cannot remember his name. He's tall. He's like a leader, pretty much. He's got blonde hair, but I can't remember his name. But that's pretty much the summary, guys. Alright, for this part, I want to talk about the, Mikasa, since we got out of the summary. Hopefully this part doesn't take too long. But, like I said, Mikasa's reaction after Armin tells her the news, I think she's going to freak out, considering how on the last episode she really expressed how much Eren really, had to do with her life. He's her last family. And just being that, spending so much time together, knowing that he saved her life and, like, invigorated her strength in her at one time, I thought she was gonna kill herself, pretty much. I thought she was just gonna be done. But, she doesn't. But, I think she's gonna freak out when she doesn't. I'm totally surprised. Then I take a couple seconds, see what happens in the scene, and I realize she does do a freak out, because she's calm, cool, and collected usually. She knows exactly what to do. She doesn't think rationally. But for the next couple of seconds, even her speech to everybody, it's totally rash. It makes no sense. They don't have any gas. How are they going to do this? They're just going to be working on willpower. That's what she was going to be working on. And you know what happened to her. And then she just shut down. you know? If it hadn't been for something inside her, which obviously had to have been Erin's, you know, strength or something that she, I guess, gotten herself just, you know, even if your mind wants to tell you something, sometimes your heart tells you something else and your body's just like, you're going to react a different way, even though no matter what you say in your head is just going the other way. So, you know, that was her version of a freak out. And, you know, she had to go to it to realize some things. Then after, after her version of her freak out, she put it back together. She got it together. She realized that Erin is still pretty much around inside her. Though I don't like to be cliche and, just the idea of him and what he gave to her pretty much. And he also gave it to everybody else, but, you know, she spent the most time with her. Let's move on. Yeah. Her giving up wasn't really an inward giving up. It was probably just a mental incapacitation. She just couldn't take it, but, you know, Mikasa doesn't. That's my girl, man. She doesn't give up. She can't do that. She doesn't go out like that. So, like, yeah. That's what I have to say about Mikasa right now. I'm really liking her character and what I see. Alright, so, I got stuff written down on my paper so I stay organized. I wanted to talk about the Titan dynamic. Obviously, you know, this is a new thing. We're both seeing, us and the characters in the anime are seeing this new Titan. You know, we've seen the regular Titans, and apparently there's a class system to the Titans that we actually got a sneak peek to, that somebody said it's a class something Titan, I don't really remember, but we know that there's a class system, and we've seen that, like, Super Titan that doesn't really have any skin, he's just muscle and everything. We've seen that, but today we see the Titan fighting Titan. Which, honestly, when he rolled up, I thought the Titan was going to, like, eat him or something. I thought he was going to be like a cannibal Titan. That would have made more sense to me as, you know, substituting human flesh for Titan flesh. Yeah, that would have made sense to me, but, you know, this is way cooler. Because this Titan, you know, he's got combat skills, like Mikasa even mentioned. It's almost human-like, pretty much. That's what I think she kind of noticed in that. His fighting skills and the fact that he's taking out another Titan, which I think also embodies Erin's anger for Titans. He also looked a lot different. There's like teeth different. I know that's probably not such a big deal, but it is something to notice. You know, the mouth that had like extra groove or something, layer of teeth or something like that, and just the facial feature, and also its physique. Its physique was way more obviously outwardly strong looking than the other Titans. I mean, the other Titans walk around just like, oh, I'm jolly and I got a belly. And I'm gonna do what I want to do. This guy rolled up like he was on a mission. He had been training for this mission. Like, he was just taking these out like one by one, and with skill too. But that also brings out the fact that, you know, aren't these things not supposed to have intelligence? Don't they kind of seem to have intelligence, considering that, I mean, this guy, if one of them has intelligence, that has to mean that they all have a measure of intelligence. It may not be a lot, but, you know, it goes to show for something. But yeah, back to this guy. He knows combat fighting. You have to have a certain amount of intelligence. You have to have a certain amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like mental power to do something like that because it's a discipline. You have to have a certain amount of discipline. So that's a certain amount of mental capacity that a person has to have, which also shows intelligence. So I'm sure in the next upcoming episodes we're going to be encountering, certain heightened levels of intelligence. Maybe we'll encounter something that can communicate with us, which I wouldn't be surprised with. I mean, I think this anime can go on and on and on, even though sometimes we're just like, okay, what's gonna happen? Can something else happen? But yeah, I mean, we're only on the 7th episode. But it's just, the Titan, crazy, just crazy strength, just whacked the guy's head off. Whatever. What do you guys have to say? Come on, tell me.